So here we go. Just when the shoulders were starting to drop, Gargi and I were ruining that, oh, you know what, it has been one of those days. Jasprit Bumrah, the unlucky lone Pied Piper, the talisman, he induces that edge of Joe Root. The 10th time Jasprit Bumrah gets Joe Root out in test match cricket, and India gets that in that they wanted. Once again, the match in the balance. At the end of day 2, you will find it difficult to choose between India and England. What an important wicket that Joe Root one was.
It was an important wicket, and as soon as Joe Root came out, I kept saying, you need to get Root out. You need to get Root out. You can't let him get settled. He will play the long game. He will bat for an entire day, and he will frustrate the hell out of you. But Jasprit Bumrah, India's Pied Piper, one of the best bowlers that the country has ever produced, comes out and does what he does best.
Absolutely.
What an incredible delivery.
And while we have to say that Ollie Pope batted wonderfully well for his 100, you've got to also think how many number of times India gave him opportunity, and that's where catches win cricket matches. Imagine that Jasprit Bumrah wickets column could well have been 4, even 5. Ollie Pope dropped by Yashasvi Jaiswal, and that was a relatively
catch.
No, it was okay. He got his hands to it.
Okay, that one. I thought you were talking about the first one.
No. The Yashasvi Jaiswal Ollie Pope catch.
Yes, that
it should have been taken. It absolutely should have been taken. The guy went and got 100.
Yeah.
Imagine Jasprit Bumrah after Ben Duckett. You would have got another inroad. You are in business. But still, Harry Brook on 0 going into day 3.
Very important.
Get him out, get him early. You've got to expose that middle order. That Joe Root wicket has once again set the game up.
Pressure is back on England at this point. And we were talking about this, constantly with the way that Prasidh Krishna was bowling, with the way that Shardul Thakur was bowling. We were saying the pressure's getting released, they're leaking the runs. But now, it's like you said, even Stevens.
100%.
Pressure will be back on England at this point. They will have to come back tomorrow, build from scratch. New batter, Harry Brook in. He hasn't scored yet, so he will have to set his eye in. And if this sort of weather continues, again, if India decide to take the new ball, which I don't think they will that early, but if they decide to, it will again be very difficult. Because remember, at the start of this session, when...
By the way, he got Brook of a no ball. The second last delivery, he got Brook of a no ball. Siraj took a phenomenal catch. Surprised Brook with the short ball. Bumrah, come on,
now we
boss,
can again say unlucky Bumrah.
Come on!
What is even going on in this match? But
we were walking out and this is what happens. You guys must be watching it. What the hell is going on? Mohammad Siraj catches no ball. Jasprit Bumrah. Siraj took a great catch. Bumrah.
That is
Rohan writes to us, come on, boss. I mean, come on. Some luck go India's way, for God's sake. Last ball of the day coming up.
It would have been 5 wickets. 5 or 4?
4.
4. It could have been 4
Could have been
wickets.
5.
Could have been. Exactly with this.
Harry Brook and Ollie Pope.
2 catches topped.
What do you say? What do you say?
I don't know. I mean, can you imagine being a Jasprit Bumrah today? Putting your heart and soul into that bowling. He's been doing every single thing right.
And that's the end of the day. Stumps. England 209 for 3.
That's a lot of runs for a day for 2 sessions. 2 sessions, right?
2 sessions. 2 and a half.
2 and a half.
Little bit longer session because of that rain delay. But that Mohammad Siraj catch, Jasprit Bumrah, Harry Brook, got it clean, but
no, this is sad. Just a tiny bit sad, but also this is the beauty of Test cricket, the ebbs and flow, the ebbs and flow that we keep talking about, the highs and the lows. But it's such a treat to watch anyway, because if everything goes well, if everything goes your way, it's not as exciting after a while. You need a little bit of drama.
I can sense Gargi saying it from inside, that to console herself as well, that I wanted that wicket. Why didn't it come India's way? But Harry Brook tomorrow morning, get him out. Because, Jasprit Bumrah will come fresh.
Absolutely.
Jasprit Bumrah with that 5-over spell tomorrow morning. Mohammad Siraj has to back him up. It is still 3 on 3 for Bumrah. That's where you need the support cast to step up. That's where you need Bonnie Morkel. That's where you need Gautam Gambhir. That's where you need every bit of the Indian support system talking to these bowlers tonight,
Absolutely.
getting them on course, because you just cannot not support Bumrah, because then what happens? Jasprit
Pressure is
Bumrah
me.
alone, obviously
It's
again couple of
BGT
matches
all
he'll
over.
break down. Exactly.
BGT all over again. And you do not want to bowl Jasprit Bumrah more than he needs to. You do not want that breakdown again. You do not want to watch what happened in Sydney once again. You don't want that to happen. So Shubman Gill, Morne Morkel, Gautam Gambhir will have a job tonight, will have a responsibility tonight to sit down, Prasidh Krishna, Shardul Thakur, and Ravindra Jadeja as well.
Of course, everybody.
Ravindra
Jadeja has to keep it tight from day 3. He will come into play.
And there was some wayward bowling from Ravindra Jadeja.
You cannot. You have to give Jasprit Bumrah the support. Boria Gargi draw result. Either way.
100%. There's
Because
no draw here.
one team, England will push India in the second innings. If India doesn't get a lead, if England somehow overhauls that 470, England will come hard, very hard. And then if this young Indian batting lineup collapses, it's England on day 5. Even if they have an unreal target, 200 of 30 odd overs or so, they will go for it. That's baseball. They will come really hard, England. This is Saturday night, by the way. People will go completely bonkers in this city. Gargi was asking why so many costumes, and this will be Friday night and Saturday night in this city. Everybody, it's like a Durga Puja. Everyone steps out and everyone starts to party till midnight. There you go. So this Friday night and Saturday night, people will go totally crazy in this city. But coming back, many questions. How the hell does Prasidh Krishna fit in this team? Asked Nakshatra Ghosh. We've been talking about it.
We have been talking about it. Look, there's no doubt about the fact that Prasidh Krishna, the kind of bounce that he extracts from surfaces like these, he was extracting that bounce, and it's only about finding the right area. He has been unsuccessful in doing that. He hasn't found the right area. He was bowling a lot of loose deliveries. He's done the same thing in Sydney as well. He was bowling he would bowl a couple of good deliveries and then completely let the pressure go. That's exactly what he's doing again. And I kept leading up to this series, I kept saying, forget Sydney. Let's not talk about Sydney, because that was young bowler.
Someone who bowls that ball to Steve Smith
exactly.
can't get every over bowls
But
two loose balls.
Even after that delivery to Steve Smith, he still bowled loose balls.
Krishna Thakur looked ordinary. Absolutely correct. Arvind Krishnamurthy, crucial morning tomorrow will decide this match. I don't know if it will decide, but it's a massive morning. You're 100% right, Arvind. Tomorrow morning, if the other bowlers don't support Jasprit, and if we don't field well, then we are in for trouble. On the other hand, if you take your catches, you are disciplined enough, you push England, India can still control. Suman Avasthi says the same. We were pathetic in the field today, need to pull it up. Bumrah is the best fast bowler. Other bowlers need to get in 100% correct, Suman Avasthi. Animesh, Prasidh is so bad. He indeed was very bad. Shoaib Giri, no ball caused at the end of the day. Yeah, Harry Brook was out, but gone over no ball. That's the beauty of Test cricket. That's the heartbreak. Sport is cruel, my friend. Sport is seriously cruel. 430 to 470 all out. You could have had England 5 down. Take the catches of Ollie Pope. That Harry Brook no ball. England could have been half down by this time for the same score. And India, fully on the ascendancy, did not happen. But that's what Test cricket is about. And that's why you've got to come and redeem yourself tomorrow morning.
I would say at this point, if we're looking forward to what to do tomorrow, do not let England go past 350.
150 more runs, possible. If you have a good morning, 3 wickets more before lunch, then it's very possible. If Bumrah and Siraj and the other bowlers, the first 2 hours will be critical. And the weather tomorrow, from what we know...
How many overs has India bowled now? 49. So they can take the new ball.
In about 30 odd overs.
Yes.
So tomorrow's Sunday, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow's Sunday, so... it's the rain chances aren't that much. The temperatures are around 20, 21, so relatively good day. The high and the low.
But good day for batting.
No, it will be okay because it's cloudy from around early afternoon.
If it stays like this, then it's advantage India.
There's cloud cover around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, so post-lunch that session. That's the Met Department prediction. And then from around 4 o'clock it's rain. 60%, 70%, 80% chance of rain. So that first session, England will want to really encash that first session. On the other hand, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj will have to make do of that first session and take control. If India gets 2 or 3 in the first session, if India gets 2 or 3 in the first session, they're back in business. England 209, it'll be about 300 for 6, as Gargi said. Then India has control of that game. England gets to 300 for 4. All of a sudden, you still have a Ben Stokes, a Jamie Smith, a Bryden Cars, and all of those fellows lower down till number 9. England bat deep. Then it will become a problem for India. So a massive morning, as a lot of you are saying. It is an absolutely massive morning coming up. What do you reckon? India can come back?
I think so. But I'm just a tad bit worried about the fact that if in the first 2 sessions, if the sun is out, the ball is old, what happens then? It will get conducive for batting.
It's still, it won't be as, it's not, the prediction is not for that kind of sun. And here, what is this? Discussing the performance here, that's fine.
Oh, what the hell is this? That was something else.
Anit Shadhu, same problem which was hurting overseas. Post Shami, Ishant Umesh, no support for Bumrah. Saurabh predicted the same way, he needs support. 100%. 100% the other bowlers, Bharat Arun said the same, that the other bowlers need to step up. Prasidh Krishna, number of opportunities now. If you don't make these count, do you even realize that these opportunities are golden opportunities for you? Arshdeep Singh is sitting out, gets the ball to move in late. There's an Akashdeep Singh sitting out as well. India has the bowlers. If you're getting an opportunity, Prasidh Krishna, make the hell count. Make the hell count. Don't worry.
But exactly the point that I was making. You've got a Prasidh Krishna who's sitting on the sidelines, who's warming the bench, who can move the ball both ways. Also, do not forget that the last season he's played for Kent, so he has experience playing in these conditions as well.
Everyone's saying the same. Without Bumrah, Devdeep Sarkar, quick question. Without Bumrah, what will happen? Any thoughts apart from a bit of Arshdeep? Arshdeep, absolutely. Mohammad Siraj bowled well in the second spell.
Siraj as well was good.
I mean, Mohammad Siraj in that second spell, he did get the ball to move. He got his outswingers going. He had Root well and truly beaten in that 1 over. 3 times he could have got Root. He was unlucky. He had Ollie Pope beaten as well. Mohammad Siraj needs a bit of luck. One of those spells where he kind of gets a couple of edges. He's in business. I was disappointed with Prasidh and Shardul. The support cast has to step up. And you're right, Arshdeep Singh will have to step in because Bumrah is not going to play more than 3 test matches. We keep going back to our report. What about the other 2 test matches? Who's going to do the early damage? And that's where you tend to get worried about India. You absolutely tend to get worried about India.
Okay.
Plenty more questions.
Should I take the lead now?
You always take the lead, madam.
Okay. Without Bumrah, England would have been 250 for no loss. Give the Indian bowlers a little bit of credit, at least a couple of wickets. Come on. Siraj was bowling really well.
Siraj bowled well in the second spell, not the first spell. In the second spell, he was good because he did get the ball to move. He got the ball to shape. The outswingers were going and continuously. Joe Root was beaten at the start of his innings. Mohammad Siraj bowled some pitch over of deliveries to Joe Root. So you've got to give it to Mohammad Siraj tomorrow morning. Come in hard. Steam in, get a couple of wickets, and you're in business. You've got to have that one spell. India needs Mohammad Siraj to step up tomorrow morning.
Okay, someone here is saying, Nibedan Chatterjee, don't you think India should reconsider playing with 4 genuine pacers like what we used to see under Kohli Shastri time?
Possible, because you played Shardul Thakur for his late order batting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in this test match, it's not happened. Let's see the second innings, because look, 3 of your players, Shardul Thakur didn't score, Karun Nair didn't score, Sai Sudarshan didn't score. Otherwise, that innings would have been at least 550. But based on one innings, you cannot take a call. You've got to give a person at least 2 innings, at least 1 match, and only then can you take the call of replacing somebody. So I think it's a fair point, but I also think you've got to give a little bit more time before you take a call like that.
All right. Where did it go? Oh my God, I had seen a good one. Basically talking about, they were basically talking about Kuldeep Yadav. Do you miss him in this match?
Always you will miss someone like a Kuldeep Yadav against England. They don't play wrist spin. half of the players like Jamie Smith, for example, haven't played left arm wrist spin. So absolutely you will, but in whose place? I have asked you this question.
I couldn't figure
exactly because it's the first test match of the
Yeah.
series. It's Leeds going by conditions. England also made the same mistake. So in whose place do you play Kuldeep Yadav? Once the series progresses, I do see Kuldeep Yadav playing a part 100%.
Yeah.
But Leeds, I understand. I absolutely understand where India came from.
Yeah, and honestly, Shoaib Bashir was also getting hammered around the park.
No, I mean, look,
He-
Shoaib Bashir, Kuldeep Yadav, qualitatively massive difference there.
Yes,
But
yes.
come a little
But
bit in front.
I was just saying that when it comes to spin, there was not much purchase on this wicket, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we came a bit in front is people are already quite inebriated in this city. You know, it's Saturday
We're
night.
constantly
The
trying.
alcoholism. The alcoholism has started. The craziness has started.
While we
Gargi's
drink.
bag. And she was tempted because one guy literally came towards our
And
camera
had
and
his
phone
hand
was
out.
had his hand out like this. And she had her heart and she looked at me. Suppose he takes the phone and runs off, what happens? So these kind of things can happen on a Saturday night. It's about 7:30 here in Leeds. The party is about to start. People will go bonkers. You will see a lot of inebriated people. So I don't want to continue this live for too long because it will get quite risky after a point. So, okay, last few minutes.
I'll ask you a question.
Do.
What does India do
Trishadi
now?
made a point.
Huh?
India played a safe squad thinking whether top order will click or not. That's only fair.
That's fair enough.
Come on, boss. You've come to England. Your
Yeah.
top order hasn't fired for a long, long time. In
Very
Australia, your
long.
batting let
This
you
is
down.
the best you've seen
Come on.
from the top order.
Yeah, I mean, it's only fair that India played safe and played with one extra bowling or a batting all-rounder in this particular
You know
game.
what? If India performs like this in the in the next innings as well, in the next batting innings, and the top order clicks like they did the first time around, then you can maybe think of dropping a Shardul Thakur.
Agree. I absolutely agree that then you can get a fourth specialist bowler in or
Yes.
a Kuldeep Yadav in. Fit bunk, root wicket, end of the day. This guy, little support. Absolutely, we've been talking about that. Somebody, Rajdeep Datta, quick review of Gill's captaincy. Good.
Very positive.
Yeah, I mean,
Very
the
positive.
body language was talking to the
Absolutely,
players. Even
absolutely.
when the players were dropping catches, he was
Exactly.
there. He egged Jaiswal on, tried to push people, was continuously talking to his bowlers. That's what you want from a young captain.
And you know, he came out ahead.
Except when Bumrah bowled his first spell, he could have had that slip. Because
Yes.
Bumrah's 5 overs, if you go for a few more boundaries, doesn't matter. He's your talisman. You had that 4 slips for Ben Duckett. Why not for Ollie Pope? You've already got Zach Crawley. If you had that slip cordon, Ollie Pope was committed there. Edge went for 4. You could have gotten that wicket. So that was the only thing I would like to point out about Shubman Gill's captaincy. Other than that, I've got no problems with him.
No, not at all, not at all. And he came out ahead of the match and said that, you know, I only want to give the players security, and he's doing that, and it's very visible. It's he wants to support the team. He is completely backing the young players. Even when Yashasvi Jaiswal dropped that catch, he was the first one to you know, sort of motivate him. He went up and said, no, good try, that was a good try. He's been doing that for everyone, and I think it's one of the best qualities that we've seen from
Folks, it's
Shubman
12 midnight, loads of people watching the show.
Guys,
very, very pleased,
go
guys.
to sleep.
You know, very pleased, very, very pleased, guys, with the kind of reception our coverage has got. Huge number of messages, tremendous feedback. Keep this coming. Last couple of questions and I'll let Gargi go because we've got to go for dinner. We've not had much. The food here in the media center is pretty bad. We've been saying this for a while now. Pretty bad. Okay, Hindi live after conference, yes.
Press
Shubhan
conference
and
after it's
yes, after the press conference, Shubhan and Rohit will go live for Hindi. And Bangla, Trisha, Debashish and Rohan, I think, are already live on Bangla. It looks like India playing with one bowler. No, as in you mean
Right.
bowler. Mohammad Shami is being missed. Yes, Mohammad Shami, a fit Mohammad Shami will always
Mohammad
be
Shami
missed.
will always be missed. Come on, he's the most disciplined bowler that you have after Jasprit Bumrah.
Santiago, Boriada, Gargi, do you think with this bowling super reliant on any team will be
Arey,
reliant on
come
Bumrah,
on.
but you've got to have support. So in that sense, you're absolutely right, San Diego. Tomorrow morning, we need that support for Bumrah. Otherwise, it's becoming a bit of a problem for India. Tomogno Basu, one of our regular viewers, Bumrah's always had this issue with no ball. Same in BGT. Do you think coaches? This is a good point. Because no balls can be rectified. Kapil Paji hardly ever bowled a no ball because of discipline. And yes, when you get a no ball, Bumrah's infamous no ball, Fakhar Zaman, 100, Champions Trophy,
Even in
2017.
BGT, I think it happened where there was a wicket and it was a
BGT,
no ball.
yes, but That no ball I will never forget.
Yeah,
We celebrated.
no.
Fakhar Zaman scores 100. 2017 final. Pakistan goes on to win and beats India in the CT final at the Oval. So yes, Bumrah has a problem there and
Final
needs to
question?
rectify. Prasid Krishna waste. Everyone's saying that Bumrah world class. Bori, I already told you, Bumrah nothing. I still think there is something in Siraj. He decently bowled in the second spell, wasn't as lucky.
I'm so glad he was trusted after BGT.
Gambhir era, we are providing too cushion to the batters. You know, first test match of a series, you've got to come in with that extra option because it's Leeds. The talk was green. You have a batting lineup which was fragile in Australia. I don't see this as a problem. Okay, so that's the last one. Prediction for tomorrow morning.
What prediction? Like score?
Can India come back?
I think they can, and I'm expecting how many wickets are they down?
7. 209 for 3 England.
Three.
Seven wickets.
By
left.
the end of the second session, I'm
Lunch, 3 wickets till lunch?
Yes.
3 wickets till
Yes.
lunch?
I was going to say 7 in total.
Okay,
As in
fair
7
enough.
wickets down.
6.
Till,
So
yeah.
Gargi Raut says 6 wickets till lunch. If that happens, I can tell you India will be in control of this test match.
No. 7 wickets at the end of the second session.
By then England would be
T.
200. If that happens, England's 500
I know.
plus.
I know.
If she's saying 7 down for T, England's 500 plus. And
Oof.
England's taken the lead.
What if they're not?
Sorry, 200. Okay, England will be around 450
Exactly,
odd. But
exactly.
it'll be close. I'm predicting an Indian morning. It's spitting again, but it's not cloudy enough. Okay, so I am predicting an Indian morning. I am predicting a better and more disciplined performance. I am predicting Jasprit Bumrah doing the job with Mohammad Siraj. 3 wickets in the first 2 sessions, in the first session before lunch. This is a cracker of a test match. Gargi Raut and I, along with the rest of the team, will join you again from the Headingley Cricket Ground. Before that, watch our 12 noon live. It's a special that we will do on Jasprit Bumrah, and then 2 o'clock live from the Headingley Cricket Ground, your time, our time, 9:30 a.m. here in Leeds. For the moment, that's all we have. Watch out for the press conferences which Rohan will upload on the platform. And for God's sake, subscribe to the platform. Hell lot of hard work is going in to bring you this coverage. We start our day, we have 18, 19 hour days. So watch the coverage, watch the press conferences, subscribe and support. Thank you very much for watching.